Mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, set to make her ring walk, faisant son entrée vers le ring. Elle est invaincue, elle a un jab d'enfer et une vraie passion pour la boxe féminine. She is undefeated, she has a tremendous jab and a true passion for women's boxing. Veuillez accueillir la terreur rimouskoise. Let's welcome the terror of Rimouski, Marie-Ève Albert!
Hey, welcome to 120 seconds, Neekz. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Been enjoying Montreal's nice warm weather compared to back home at the moment.
Yes, you've been in Montreal for 2 weeks now, training.
2 weeks training. It's been good.
Life is changing fast for you, Neekz. Life is evolving at a crazy rhythm.
Yeah,
Talk to me a little bit about it.
Everything just aligning at the right time, and it's been a long journey in the boxing game, and I think it's been at some point it was going to come, and I'm just grateful that these opportunities have presented themselves.
Yes, because if we start 2 or 3 years ago, like in 2022 when you became champion at super bantamweight, then you had your own journey at that weight, winning, then losing to Elise Cotney, and you decided to go down to accept opportunities to fight Nina Hughes at bantamweight that time. And you became champ in the controversy. It's never easy. Life is never easy. And you got the rematch, won this, but clearly this year.
Yes, we needed a convincing win after the controversy of the first one. So, we executed that. And then since then, another amazing opportunity presented itself to fight on the July 11th card, the MVP card at Madison Square Garden on the undercard of Katie Taylor-Serrano. So, I had to take it with both hands, say yes, and here we are in Montreal getting ready for it.
Did you hesitate? I don't think you hesitated, but
no hesitation to take another bout, and just to fight. I've only been having one fight per year, so I was like, I'm not waiting another year to fight again. I'm taking this opportunity with both hands. Let's go. We're professional. I'm always somewhat fit, and it's just like executing coming into a game plan and just sharpening up. So that's what we're doing now.
Yeah, for people who don't know, you were not planned on that card at all at the beginning. You won your rematch. You stayed champ against Nina Hughes 4 months ago, a little bit less than 4 months ago. And Nina and Shurretta Metcalf was planned to fight Nina Torslund.
Yes.
So it was for you. You had no other option except fighting an optional defense in the meanwhile, or wait until you get the chance to fight the winner.
Correct.
Dina's pregnant. They offer you this. When did you receive that call?
My manager received the call. I think it was. It was about a week before I flew to Montreal, because I was like, oh my God, I felt really rushed in terms of getting everything ready to pack and head over here to Montreal. So it was a week before then. And we're like, yep, let's take it.
Let's take it. No time to no time to wait. You're still
No.
young, though. You're still young. You still have time, but we never know. With women, sometimes we are in a hurry because we have other plans after, and sometimes we continue until we are 40, 45. So I don't know what are your plans, and how was the plan for your year? You were telling me I don't want to wait to fight again.
Well, I
But
think, it was to hopefully have another fight and then have the winner of Dina and Shurretta. So I wasn't too sure of who was going to be before then, or if I was going to have to wait. But you know what boxing is like, can be all over the show. So when we were presented with the fight, I didn't want to turn it down, and we were just like, why not? Let's go. This is our opportunity, and we're going to take it.
talk to me about Shurretta Metcalf. How is your style fitting with yours? Talk to me a little bit about the thing you see in her and why you think you will get the win this time.
I'll get the win because I'm confident in me and my abilities. I'm not going to give anything away on what we're working on or what I've been doing in the gym. She's a world champion for a reason. She's long, she's sharp, she's awkward. She's got a really, I guess, offensive sort of style, and I feel like me and my team, we will figure it out, and we have a plan of attack to beat that style.
Yeah, you're also someone who's always in the face of your opponent, so it should give a good fight. That's
It'll
my
be a very
opinion.
good fight regardless, and I think I'm just excited to be a part of the show. Like, all the women's fights on there are going to be incredible.
What does it mean for you, the word undisputed? Because this is an opportunity not everyone will have in life to fight for undisputed. And
this is something that's always been okay. If I get to this point, it'll be like, it's always something that I've always wanted, and to know that it's here, it's like, it's hard to explain. It sort of doesn't feel real. I think it's only going to feel real when I have all of the belts.
Yes, exactly. But it's something. Is it when you go to when you have a unification fight? And now it's for undisputed, it's even better. But unification fight, some people, they try to overthink. They overthink about like the preparation. They overthink about what's gonna happen after. Is it dangerous to plan too much ahead when you have a fight that is coming close, no matter?
I think for me personally, I only look what's in front of me and then look after that. I feel like you can't look too far ahead because you've got one task and one person in front of you. You have to beat that one person to be able to move forward.
You have to be in the present. You have to be in the present when you box. The only moment when you box where you're not in the present is in the corner between rounds, where your coach is pushing
Giving
you,
instruction.
giving instructions.
You better listen.
You better listen. Yes. And this women's card, this is something that is, I would have said unusual, but now it's becoming a little bit more common to see a lot of women on cards. Not everywhere, but like we've seen a boxer doing it. Now we have MVP doing it. This year we had already one in the UK. How do you feel about being a part of such an event? It's so big, so many great fighters on that card.
I feel very honored to be a part of a card like this, just to be a part of paving the way for women's boxing and showcasing the skills and all the hard work that goes into, providing quality fights. So I feel very blessed.
Why signing with MVP? Because you could have accepted a fight without signing a contract with them. What helped you to make this decision, to make this move?
I think it's pretty obvious. Look what they're doing for women's boxing. They're supporting them. They're uplifting them. They're bringing them all together. They're creating a community where I feel like they're going to make the best fights happen. So it just makes sense. I want to be the best. I'm going to be one of the best, and then to still continue to fight amongst the best.
The project is exciting.
Very exciting.
That's the thing. You're Australian. We've seen many Australian women having success lately, in women's boxing. Ebony was champion a couple of years ago. We saw Sky Nicholson, yourself, being a two-division champ. But we also have newcomers like the Sarah Benson, Shake in the Alley. Those girls are new champions. Uh, and always Australian women's boxing these days. How is it to be a woman fighting in Australia?
I think, the talent pool is really growing. We have a lot of hidden talent in Australia. And I guess they're just not recognized at the moment, but there is some good quality there. Like, as you said, look, myself, Sky, Ebony, all world champions.
Yeah, many girls. Is there something that should improve? You're talking about visibility, but now we are seeing more big cards in Australia, right? We saw Top Rank organizing some, Matchroom organizing some. So what has improved and what still needs to improve in Australia to get the recognition you're talking about?
I think it's just promoters putting on the female fights and giving them the opportunity to fight on the cards that are shown on TV. People see that. So, I'd say that would probably be the biggest hurdle, is giving them the time, giving us women the time.
Why did you start boxing? Why the sport? Why not something else?
I just started for fitness, and then like a box fit gym. I wanted to get fit, lose some weight. And then sort of fell in love with it, and was a part of the amateurs for a long time, and then went into the pros, and I love my life as a professional boxer.
That's what you love, and it was the logic was there to continue boxing as a pro after the amateur career. If you were not boxer, what would you be?
To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I feel like maybe if I was to think about it, do work with youth kids, or help people on their health and fitness journey.
Yeah, that's your passions, or you have passions for that as well?
I have passion for that as well.
What is the part of your sport that you like the less?
The less
a lot of people are saying running or weight cut. They when I'm asking this, they are like, oh, this is the part of my sport I don't like.
Yeah, I'll probably have to agree with the weight cut side of things. But to be honest, it's been, as I'm learning more, it's been a lot easier working with some of the best in the business, and doing it properly and healthy. It's just those few days where you have to make weight. That's really it. But other than that, I said to myself, the moment I don't love what I'm doing is when I know that my time in the sport is done.
What's the difference, Neekz, between the Neekz who became champion at super bantamweight and the one who beat Nina Hughes last year? What is the difference between these two versions of the same champion?
The difference is I've done a lot of inner work on myself, and just finding the something in me that knows that I'm worthy to be one of those champions, So you're just doing a lot of inner work, and having a very supportive team, having a great network around me that believes in me, that we all learn together, we all grow together. It's probably those two things have been the transformation.
The transformation's there, and you probably work to be the best version of yourself each time in the ring. And I noticed it when you fought Nina Hughes for the second time. You were already good in the first fight, but the second fight was very clear. You told to me earlier, I wanted to make it clear, I needed to make it clear. Why was it so important at that moment to showcase that you were the clear winner?
Because there was controversy on the first time. Like, I was confident that I win, but I wanted to make it convincing. Like, I wanted there to be no doubt about it, and I did that.
Yep, statement. Yeah,
Yeah.
a kind of statement. Yeah, that's interesting. Tell me a little bit more about all the things you faced to reach becoming a champion. What is difficult in the journey? What is easy? What was easy for you? What was difficult?
I feel like nothing is nothing worth having is ever easy, you know. The training is hard, the commitment is hard, the sacrifices are hard, finding the right team is hard. But when you continue to stick at it, and when you're persistent, and when you know what you want, when you work hard for what you want, all those things align. Like, it's taken me a long time in my boxing journey to find my people, to find my team, you know, to find me, to find my inner fighter. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, to find your style as well, to not listen to everyone around and surround yourself with the right people at the right moment, I guess. What would be the best piece of advice you could give to a little girl who would like to follow what you're doing? You're inspiring.
I think the best piece of advice would be to stick at it. Like, don't give up. There's many of times where, you know, you think, oh, this isn't for me, or people say, oh, this, you know, what is women's boxing going to do for you? If you want it, and it's something that you know that you want, keep pushing for it.
That's the vision, right? That's the never give up, always be consistent, trust yourself. Tell me,
Yes.
Sugar Neekz, it comes from where? Who decided? Why this nickname?
I think that sort of come from the first trainer that I was ever working with. I was like, oh, what am I going to have for a fight name? Like, what do you have? And I was always sort of like, you know, a sweet, chirpy person in the gym. And it was either going to be Sweet Neekz or Sugar Neekz, and Sugar just stuck.
Yeah, Sweet Neekz or Sugar Neekz. Is there a part of the sugar you bring into the ring, or it's only Neekz?
No, it's only the savage that we're going to be bringing to the ring. You get a little bit of a sugar, you know, when we're out on live, but when you get in that ring, the mindset's got to switch.
Sugar is for the gym, and
Yeah.
Savage Neekz
in the ring.
should be your nickname in the ring. It fits you. It suits you very very well. People were asking me where does it come, but yeah, that's very interesting. So you promised Shurretta Metcalf that you would be very savage on July 11th.
We can say that. Yep.
We can say that.
Yep.
That's a promise. That's a promise. I'm expecting that now. Beyond the ring, boxing is very demanding, both physically and mentally. We all know that it's not a sport that everyone can practice. What's your ultimate unwin activity or guilty pleasure after, as an example, a very, very tough training camp and a big fight? What do you do to change your mind when you're done with camp?
I like to go on holiday. I like to venture somewhere, see somewhere new, eat lots of good food, spend time with loved ones, because camp is quite demanding. You know, I'm very much in tunnel vision, and I'm in a zone where I don't venture out too much. I train, eat, sleep, rest, recover. So I say no to a lot of things. No, I'm not coming out. No, I can't go there. No, this. No, no, no. So I like to say yes to a lot of things. Head out, eat. Yeah, just
Is it
enjoy.
difficult to switch from this tunnel vision that you keep for many weeks usually and suddenly became this yes girl saying yes to a lot of things? How complicated is it to switch? Is it something you had to learn to do, or is it natural for you?
I think so. Like, I do think it's taken me a little while to get used to this behavior, but I know it's earned, it's deserving, and it's needed to have rest after a big camp, after a big fight. So, you know, you give yourself some time to rest, recover, rejuvenate, and then keep back to doing what you want to do in the gym, you know, working away, keeping fit, and then you do that, and you can take on opportunities that present themselves in 5-6 weeks until fight night.
You have a sponsor, OnlyFans. people, they like it or they don't like it, OnlyFans, but they help a lot of women in the game right now. What would you answer to people saying, instead of they just want to make money and show their body and they are not real athletes? Because I hear that sometimes.
Yeah.
Not about you, but about women in general trying to find sponsors, and they struggle to live from their to live from this and to train full time.
Well, to be honest, the only reason that I can train full time is because I have the sponsorship from OnlyFans and I am on the platform, If
There
it
you go.
wasn't for this, I would have to be trying to work somehow. I wouldn't be able to be over here in Montreal doing a 5-6 week camp. So the support that they give to the female athletes is, it's something that we need. And who cares what anybody else thinks? Like, to me, I don't care. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know if I wasn't comfortable with it, I wouldn't do it. I don't do anything to please anyone else.
Exactly. It's not an obligation, and everyone can choose the way they want to deal with their sponsors, who they choose, and how they want to deal with their career. Do you think the game is still very sexist and macho, even if we see improvement in women in the visibility of women in boxing?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like it's always going to be that way, but we adapt and we grow with it as the sport grows.
Yeah, and a woman doesn't need to choose between being cute and sexy and intelligent and a good athlete. You can be all that.
You can be all of that, yes.
Yeah, that's it. You said that. Talk to me. Tell me a little bit. Are you someone superstitious? Do you have rituals during fight week? What is your routine usually?
I don't have any superstitious rituals or anything like that. My routine is pretty simple. I try and limit my time around other people's energies. I stay focused. I stay around my team. I'm around people that I know that are going to uplift me, not drain my energy.
Do you limit your time on social media as an example? Because some people sometimes are exhausting.
Yeah, because social media is one of the craziest energy drainers there is. Like,
I agree.
if you fall deep into it, you can start reading into comments, people say negative things, and then that churns on your mind. Whereas if you don't see it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they will say, "Oh, I don't care about that," but that's not true. At a certain point, you read something negative, and negativity can affect you even if you don't give a lot of importance to it. So, a lot of people, I know that some boxers, they don't mind, they just continue on social media, but I do believe it may affect their performance. I've seen some boxers falling in traps, literally, and being super emotional in the ring because of that, because they fell in the trap during fight week or a little bit before. um, do you think is it different, small events and big events? Do you feel more pressure when it's a big event like this one that is coming? You've been on big cars also before. That's not your first time. But someone who has less experience, um, do you think there is a huge difference? It should have a big difference in the preparation?
I think that's a mental thing in terms of if you're going to let the big stage affect you. I don't know. I don't think that has. I feel like when you're training for a fight, you train just as hard for anyone.
That's the tunnel vision, right? Yeah, your tunnel vision.
In terms of preparing for the big stage, that's more of a mental thing.
That is more than yeah, exactly. If I have some people, they sent me original questions for you, so I will ask you.
Okay.
So everyone want to know what's your favorite cheat meal.
What's my favorite treat meal? Sticky date pudding. Yum.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yum.
We have something in Quebec that is a little bit different, but the same kind of stuff. A lot of sugar, a lot of calories. It's called pudding chômeur. So you have to do it. I will send you the name, and you have to Google it. You can ask your manager about it. He knows for sure. During fight, someone asked me, Okay. Ask if no matter the gender, no matter the weight category, if you could choose one dream fight. Okay, we are in the fantasy because it's not possible to just not think about weight category or gender. But who would you like to share the ring with? It doesn't need to be someone active in the moment. It can be anywhere, anyone,
Oh,
and
that's a
why?
good question.
Yes, the fantasy fight, like in the video game. I can choose you and Muhammad Ali as an example.
You know what? Layla Ali was in my mind.
Uh-huh.
Just
Okay.
because Layla Ali, you know?
Layla Ali opened a lot of doors for women as well.
Yeah.
It would be a great fight. Um, when you started boxing, did you have role models in the game? And do you still have some?
To be honest, no, I just started because I wanted to get fit. I know not like I knew nothing about boxing. I wasn't interested in boxing. Um, and then as sort of like when I started watching it a bit more, there wasn't anyone that I was fully focused on. Um,
Do you watch a lot of boxing, or you're like some other guys like Arthur Beterbiev? Beterbiev, he likes to focus on his own things and
yeah.
doesn't watch that much boxing around after.
Yes,
Are you
that is
more a
me.
Beterbiev
I like
girl
to
or like?
focus on I like to focus on me and what I'm doing. Like I get I get given homework that I have to watch boxing videos and this and that. I wouldn't usually go out of my way and watch boxing on my own self, like unless it's like big fights.
Yeah, during a weekend, you won't say, "Oh, I have nothing to do. Let's watch this card."
Yeah,
This card in the States or in England. You have something else to do, right?
yeah. I got dogs to look after.
Yes, you have two dogs,
Like
right? What kind of dogs? They are big, I think.
they're pocket bullies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big babies.
Yes.
So you like outdoor, you like dogs, you like to do your own stuff, share times with your friends, relax and not think. This is also the tunnel vision. You're so into boxing for yourself. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you need to just open your eyes and see something else and do something else for a balanced purpose.
I feel like I have a very good balance of boxing and life.
Is it an advice you could give to people who are starting in the game not to lose their balance or try to find their balance?
Yeah, because it can be hard, you know. I feel like my life does revolve around boxing, but you have to find a balance of, you know, giving time to loved ones, to friends, to family, and it depends how
Yeah.
serious you want to take it. Like you have to go all if you want to be the best of the best in boxing, you have to go all in.
All in, exactly. um I think it will be a great fight against Shurretta Metcalf. I should be there. I should be there. I'm trying to be there right now. I'm excited about this card. And I want to thank you so much for accepting my invite to the podcast.
You're
I
welcome.
know we talked about it long time ago, but you're in Australia, I'm in Canada, and it's a little bit complicated to make it work with the time difference. Um, so you have your routine and I have my job, so I'm so happy that you are here so we could make it work.
No, thank you.
I In French we say merde. It's not a good word, but we say merde to avoid bad luck for an event
Mad,
that is coming. Merde.
mad,
Merde, yes.
mad.
It literally means shit.
Oh,
And that's the way we say. We never say good luck. We say I say shit. That's the way we say in French to wish
okay.
good luck without saying that. So I
Thank
say
you.
merde to you for your
Thank you.
good fight, and I really you're welcome anytime as an
Thank you so
undisputed,
much.
maybe as an
Yeah.
undisputed champ, maybe next time.
Yep.
Thank you very
Definitely.
much. Well,
Thank you.
I just want to repeat the information we have about your fights. It's July 11th at MSG New York City. Sugar Neekz versus Shurretta Metcalf for Undisputed live on Netflix. So
Correct.
anyone with Netflix can watch it worldwide, which is great.
Perfect.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Same to you. Bye.